So hello everyone, this is lecture 33 for the solid state physics. In the last lecture we discussed the Bravais lattices and we saw all the possible lattices in 3D. Okay, now let's see some mathematical things. Means you have these different type of lattices. Now you can, in a crystal, you have these infinite number of unit cells which are made of these type of lattices. Now take any one unit cell and put the coordinate system at its origin, means at any point, and then these axes are the crystallographic axes. Now using these axes, if there is any plane in this crystal like this, so we can find the equation of that plane, or we can show the orientation of that plane, that at what angle and at what orientation it is, by using the Miller indices. Okay, so we will see what are Miller indices, and we'll see how can we determine that how this plane are. Okay, so if there is any plane, then there will be infinite number of parallel planes also. So just equation of one plane will give you for all the planes. Okay, so we'll see about it. And in the these structures, if we take this origin, then we can draw a line also to anywhere in the crystal. Okay, so that line has a name. Okay, so that line is called the line indices. So line indices we represent them by HKL. Okay, and they should be always integer. Now you can find the name of any line in the crystal. Okay, so how can you find? I will give you some steps. So just find that lines vector, and that vector will give you the name of that line. Okay, in the form of HKL. Like this is origin, so it will be 0 0 0, and this is the corner point 1 1 1. So after subtracting this from this, so you will get 1 I cap, 1 j cap, 1 k cap. Then your HKL will be 1 1 1. Okay, same if you have you want to find the name of this line, this one, then the coordinates of this equation will be 0 0 1. So 0 0 1 and minus 0 0, you will get 0 I cap, 0 j cap, and 1 k cap. So Miller indices, line indices will be 0 0 1 for this line. Means you can just find them like if initial point is this, final point is this, then just subtract this x1 from x2, y1 from y2, and z1 from z2. You will get this vector. And now this x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, if they are in integer form, then they will be the Miller indices, and if they are in the fraction, then make them integer. How can you make them integer? So let's you get something like this: 1 by 2 ik, 1 by 3, and 1. So you have just multiply them with their LCM of the denominator, 2 3 and 1. LCM will be 6, so multiply by 6, you will get 3, 2 3 is 6, 3, 3 2 is 6, 2, and 6 here. So Miller indices will be 3 2 and 6. Sorry, line indices will be 3 to 6. That's how you can find the line indices or the name of that line. So these HKL will represent the name of that line. Okay, so you can take any example, like if you are taking from the origin, then you will get the directly the coordinates. But if you are taking something like this line vector is this, so final component of this minus this components, then that will be the your line indices. Okay, so like for this one, the coordinates will be 0 1 0. For this it will be x1 y1 z0, so it will be 1 1 0 for this, and for this it will be 0 1 1. Okay, now subtract 0 1 1 0 from 0 1 1, you will get 1 0 and minus 1. So in line indices we represent minus as bar. So line indices of this line will be 1 bar 0 1. Okay, that's how you can find for all these lines any possible lines inside a crystal. Okay, now you can represent a line. Now as we were talking about the planes also, that you take the origin, and this crystallographic axes will give you different kind of planes and their orientation. So you can determine the orientation using the Miller indices. This concept was given by the William Hallowes Miller in the 18th, I mean in the 19th century. Okay, so the mathematical formula to find the Miller indices is just find the intercept first. Means any plane you want to find the Miller indices of, just find the intercept are nothing but where that that plane intersect at x, y or z. Means if it is intersecting x here, then it will be its intercept at x, intercept at y, intercept at z. So let's say intercepts are 3a, 2b and 3c. How? This is the unit cell, so let's say this length is c, so this will be 1c, 2c and 3c here. So z intercept will be 3c, 1a, 2a, 3a, so it will be 3a for x, and 1b, 2b will be for y. So these are our intercepts. Now what you need to do, you have these a, b and c, these are for the unit cell, the lengths, okay, means these parameters, lattice constants for a single unit cell. You know what are ABC, so divide these x, y, z with the ABC. So 3a divided by means you will get 3 to 3 here. Now you need to take the reciprocal of all three, 1 upon 3, 1 upon 2, 1 by 3. Now when you take the reciprocal, now you need to make them integer. How you can make integer? Take the LCM, 3 to 3 will give you 6 as the integer, multiply with 6, so you will get 2, 3 and 2. So this will be your Miller indices for this plane. Okay, now you know if the plane is like intersecting in the only, means it is parallel to zx and intersecting at y at b, so if you will get Miller indices as 0 0, means intercepts will be 0 0, sorry 0 1 0. So that's how you can find, okay, and that's how you can determine the plane. Now any plane parallel to this plane to the infinite will be given by these Miller indices, okay. That's how you can find the orientation. If it is a little bit up, then Miller indices will be different and you will get the orientation in that direction. And then parallel planes, so this is what Miller indices gives us, okay. So let's see some questions, what kind of questions can be asked. So a plane intersects xyz axis at these points, so intercepts are given in orthorhombic crystal. Now different kind of lattice are possible, so as I already told you. So for this crystal you have unit cell, and you should remember here these, means you need to remember these, all these formula will be very helpful here, because for orthorhombic A should not be B, B should be equal to C, okay, and what kind of structures you can get. So these are very important things you should remember for all the possible lattices. Now here it is already given that ABC ratio is 1 to 3, so we need to find the Miller indices, okay. So first write these intercepts 4a, 2 and 3, divide them with ABC, so you will get 1 2 3, so divide them, 1 this will give you 4, 2 will give you 1, 3 will give you 1. Now take the reciprocal, 1 by 4 1 1, then integer, make them integer, multiply with 4, so you will get 1 4 4. So this will be your Miller indices for this plane. Now you need to remember this relation also. Now using the Miller indices and this lattice constant ratio, you can find the xyz intercepts, okay. So xyz are nothing but a by h, b by k, c by l. So a is 1 1 divided by h is 1, so you will get 1. Just like b b is 2 divided by 4, you will get this, and just like 6 3 by 4 you will get. Now make them integer, multiply with 4, you will get 4 2 3. So this was the intercepts 4 to 3. So remember this relation, very important. Now one more example. A plane makes intercepts of 2 1 3 along the crystallographic axis of tetragonal. Now it is given for tetragonal crystal. So what was tetragonal? So for tetragonal, A equal to B but not equal to C. So जिसके lattice Hose lattice parameters are in the ratio of this. So B and C ratio is given but A is not given. So you know A should be equal to B but should not be equal to C. So A and B will same, that will be 1.5. Means 1.5 is A equal to B should be 3 by 2 and C is 2. Now you have A, B, C and you have the intercepts 2 1 3. So you can apply the same procedure. Divide them with their this. 2 divided by 3 by 2 you will get 4 by 3. 1 divided by 2 by 3 by 2 you will get 2 by 3. Then 3 divided by 2 you will get 3 by 2. Now take the reciprocal, 3 by 4, 3 by 2, 2 by 3. Take the LCM, you will get 9 18 8. This will be your Miller indices for this plane. Now to find the xyz again, HKL and ABC relation, use this relation, okay. Now there is this third method also to find the Miller indices. So but here you have some limitation. I will tell you what is the limitation. So if you have 3 coordinates, means all the coordinates given, now it will be difficult to find all the intercepts. So if you are not having intercept, then how can you find the Miller indices? So just find the equation of plane. How you can find the equation of plane when all the 3 coordinates are given? Using this determinant, means x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, means use this formula and you will get the equation of plane. After solving this, just calculate the determinant, you will get this equation: x upon 4 minus y upon 4, 3 upon 4 z minus 1 upon 4 equals 0. Then multiply with 4, you will get x minus y plus 3z minus 1 equal to 0. Now when you get the equation of plane, then their coefficient 1, minus 1, 3 represents the Miller indices. So minus 1 represented by 1 bar, so 1 bar, 3, this will be its Miller indices. But now one equation is also possible. Take all of it in the right hand side, so minus x plus y minus 3z plus 1 equal to 0. So for that it will be 1 bar, 1 and 3 bar. So from this method you always get 2 Miller indices. Okay, so now it is better than having nothing, means now it's still you have two means both are correct. Okay, but now if there is options will be given, you can find the correct answer. Okay, means only one can be given in the answers, not both of them. So in this case, when you have this kind of case, you can find Miller indices using this method, and you will get the right answer by selecting any one of them. Okay, so we'll see all of this in the next lecture. So let's end it here. Thank you everyone.